You just... Stop it. What? You... Just...
Hello. Well done, you. I don't know.
Stop it.
Oh, are you laughing at the
Stop
dog?
it. Stop it. Yes, stop it. Jeff's got the zoomies. He's going mental. Stop it. Hello. What are you doing?
Are you not asking me?
No, I'm asking the dog, who is absolutely going potty. What are you doing, Simon?
Do we need to reschedule this?
No, I don't think we can reschedule around Jeff's zoomies. He will settle down in a moment. He's just having... he's been
Do you
doing
think
it
it's
all
the
day,
weather?
actually.
Do you think the bit of sunshine?
I don't know. I think it's just he's full of
beans.
Full of beans. And it's interesting because I ran out of beans around about an hour ago.
So we're getting you beanless.
Yeah, I'm bean free.
So is that
Where are you on the beanometer?
Well, I'm actually a little bit antsy. I don't know about ants and beans, but
Yeah, beans. That's a different scale. So you're full of ants, but we don't know it.
Yeah,
Probably
so-
the ants have eaten the beans.
Well, I think the beans might be exactly. They've been consumed a little bit by the ants, so it's hard to tell. So I'm a little low on beans, but high on ants.
This is because you've got a journey coming up.
I do. I'm travelling. We are recording on a Thursday evening. So
Yes.
almost a week before this, we'll go to our mega
as it
audience, and I'm travelling tomorrow. So I've got a little bit of got a few things I need to get done.
Oh, like feeding the worms and making sure that the starter is in the fridge.
Wow, you're knocking it out of the park there. That's you're batting at 100. No, what is that? Yeah, 100.
These are important things. The kind of thing that I have to do before I leave is make sure that I have changed the bed, because I like to come back to a fresh bed.
Yes, I did that this morning. So tonight I sleep in a fresh. It's because
Oh, yeah. One day fresh bed, and then that's lovely. I love a fresh bed.
So yeah, doing all those. I'm doing all those things. This is a podcast in which two friends talk about the pleasures, absurdities, and imperfections of being human. I'm Simon Ellis.
And I'm Lee Miller. Welcome to Midlifing.
I wanted to ask you something. I wanted to tell you something, and then I wanted to ask you something.
Oh, that's a double whammy. Tell and ask.
So I'm going to share something because it made me
ahead.
smile, and then I just had a little thing. Oh, I hope I haven't. And it also made me think. Oh, I wonder about. So I'm going to start with a sharing bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably know about this kind of the idea that the emotion we feel is kind of influenced by the psychological spin we put on the context. So here's I'm now quoting, people who have become anxious as a result of crossing a rickety bridge feel stronger physical attraction to a good-looking young researcher who stops them for an interview. They experience their arousal not as anxiety linked to the bridge, but as desire linked to the person they meet.
Okay.
Does it make sense to you?
I mean, no. Hang about. Why is there a researcher?
Because you know what?
Are they on the other side of the bridge?
Yes. Yeah. So
Okay,
basically,
so
they're on the
this
other
is-
side, and
this
they walk
is the
across this
scenario.
rickety.
Okay.
So they're just walking.
This
across
is what I needed.
Okay.
I needed to understand that this person is going across a rickety bridge. There is a researcher on the other side.
Which I
It's not
imagine they
just like-
don't know that. I imagine they don't know that when they start across the rickety bridge.
Right, because in my brain it was those were two unconnected things. People who cross rickety bridges tend to fancy young academics. What?
No.
Why?
No.
That's weird.
Isn't it weird?
now I understand.
Do you understand though? So
I do now.
First of all, isn't that amazing?
Mm.
And also, just to say that if they haven't just walked over the bridge, people don't find the same interviewer so attractive.
So
the moral of the story basically is for
context is everything.
Yeah, is for less attractive people to stand on the other side of rickety bridges so that people will find them attractive. That's what I.
Does it have to just be a rickety bridge, or could it just be like any life-threatening, or like sort of low-level
anxiety-producing thing?
Yeah, like walk past some barking dogs. Ooh, that person's sexy. No, you just got past some barky dogs.
Yeah, I think it's probably a little bit related. That is, if you're in a situation that's slightly that anxiety-provoking, that you read the context differently based on those bodily sensations.
Yeah, because you're all like hopped up on adrenaline.
And whatever it is.
And cortisol, maybe.
Cortisol sounds,
Probably.
Yeah. Maybe if we had, again, oh, look, magpie sitting on the balcony. It's going to do its thing. Magpies have figured out how to use the bird feeder, which is, sorry, just a little diversion here. Bird feeder designed for tits.
But that's because magpies are a member of the corvid family, and corvids are really clever.
And you know what this particular magpie does?
No.
And the thing swings a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it grabs the edge of it, hangs completely upside down with its tail feather pointing up, it's only hanging on by one leg.
Right.
And then it flaps its wings furiously whilst the other leg is extended in an arabesque.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then it drops down, thud. And then comes back up, flap, 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 arabesque, flap, 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 drops down.
Thud.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
It's a little bit like Jeffrey in an empty sausage pan.
Go on.
Except it's less an arabesque and more, I'm going to put my feet in the sausage pan so that the sausage pan doesn't move.
And the sausage pan is
then
not
I'm going
hot, though, right, is it?
No, it's not hot, but it's full of sausage juice. And then I'm going to walk across the carpet and leave little brown footprints so that you know where I've been.
So you've got sausage-stained carpets.
I mean, yeah. But I also have a carpet cleaner because I think I said before that I made Bob buy me a carpet cleaner because I like the idea of clean carpets. And I also have a dog. So, rickety bridge, sexy people.
So, you should sum up things. For a living, you should sum up things. Because that pretty much, again, knocked it out of the park.
I mean, I write abstracts all the time.
Yeah.
And that's usually how my abstracts read.
If you'd
rickety bridge, sexy people.
If you'd watched Sports Movie, I would have just pointed my hand to the bleachers and you would have thought, the natural Robert Redford. But you don't, and you didn't, and you wouldn't.
Nope.
So what it made me think about was, emotions. And first of all, generally speaking, we're a little bit crap at nuances when it comes to emotion. They're
a sledgehammer to crack a walnut.
There you go. And thank you. And I wanted to ask you, what are the emotions? Let's just loosely, you could say that they can be good or bad, but that's much more nuanced than that. But let's say there are some positive ones and some negative emotions. Yeah. And I wanted to just ask you very simply, which emotions on either side of that particular fence do you feel most commonly, or you think you feel most commonly?
Well, I'm going to answer the question obliquely and start by saying...
Academics, just answer the bloody question, would you?
Well, I think I am going to. I'm going to say that I think shame and guilt are emotions that are absolute dog shit.
So slightly negative is just not quite, doesn't do them justice.
No, because it's not, it feels to me like I don't think I have a response in the good or bad about the other emotions. Because the other emotions all do something. Shame and guilt do nothing. They're not instructive because they're not real. I mean, shame, definitely. Guilt, maybe. But actually, no. I just don't like it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not real. Just because you don't like it doesn't make it real. It's like contemporary dance, Lee.
I think what I mean is that it doesn't feel like I learn from it. That's what I mean. So that's when I say it's not real, I mean it's not instructive.
Because shame definitely is in the sense of how it relates to our our sense of being in groups and being needed to be
but it's not instructive. It sort of, it almost feels like it's one of those, it's a false friend, like in language, where it says, look at me, I'm exactly the same as that. Oh no, I'm not actually. I fooled you. It's that sense that shame does something and just sort of, it makes it, I think it sort of throws everything, for me anyway, else out of kilter, and just like, oh, I don't trust anything that I'm feeling anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's a biggie, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I guess if you sort of think about, I mean, I tend to like to think about, do I? Well, just if you think about it in terms of like old, in terms of our evolution, that kind of sense of how it comes out of being social animals and the need for safety, and so that shaming is a way of going, pull your head back in, you're part of this team.
Yeah, I don't like.
Oh no, and also, of course, it relates to just how the idea of shamelessness is what an extraordinary feat for a human being to have no shame.
Love to be shameless.
Would you
I
really?
would love it. Oh yes.
Oh no, I wouldn't.
Wouldn't you?
No, because I think then you end up working for the Republican Party.
Oh, that's interesting, because I think they're driven by shame.
Oh.
I think they're driven by a desperate desire to hide how everything that they feel is wrong. If you think about that Grindr has released statistics about Republican conventions.
Of course, I do not know that.
Oh, okay. So let's start with the basics. Do you know what Grindr is?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Okay.
That was.
Okay.
I thought that was even just slightly mocking.
Oh no mock.
Just
get your head out of that cupboard. That is nothing to do with.
No, I didn't. Have I hit it? Oh, you thought? I thought there was a belittlement cupboard that I put my head in.
That's no. Jeffrey just literally put his head in the cupboard next to me to see if there's anything to eat.
This is confusing. I don't know about you, Jeffrey, but this is confusing for me.
He can't hear you. Okay, so you know what Grindr is. For those listeners amongst us who are, I don't know,
in their 50s,
not chronically online. I was going to say not chronically online. Grindr is I was going to say a dating app, but then that's probably
more like
not
a sexing.
Right.
It's more like a sexing app, isn't it?
It's
a hookup.
Call it
it's a hookup.
A hookup app.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I want to have sex tonight. Grindr.
All right. Break it to me gently, Simon. Jesus, where's the foreplay?
Foreplay, schmoreplay. I'm not in it for your pleasure.
You need to get yourself Grindr, kiddo. Don't just tell me. Anyway. Sorry. That was silly.
Silly Willy.
I said that to somebody the other day.
In a team meeting.
No, I said, oh my gosh, that gave me the willies. And they looked at me and went, I'm not sure that's an appropriate thing to say. I was like...
And you said, don't get your knickers in a twist.
I said it can mean more than one thing. The willies is like the heebie-jeebs.
Yeah.
Anyway, once upon a time, willies you could put the willies up someone and it didn't mean anything rude.
Yeah.
It meant nervousness.
Yeah. Oh, you plural that.
Anyway,
okay, go on.
So Grindr released their statistics, which was that at whenever there's like a Republican Party convention, the usage in that area skyrockets.
So this is fine, except it would you'd also need to release statistics about when there's a other party convention in the area, or any other kind of, because clearly when there's a convention
except yes, you're absolutely right. In order for this to be a scientific study, that would be true. That's not why they're releasing it. They're releasing it because the Republican Party are doubling down on removing LGBTQIA plus rights.
Also, the important aspect of this is Grindr is mostly gay sex, right? Like, is it 99%, or is it not? Like,
I think we would understand it. I think we would understand it as a gay male app.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be people who would correct me with the nuance, but yeah,
it's
I think
definitely Bumble. It is not.
Bumble. It is not. So yeah, totally understand if this was a peer-reviewed blind study, we would need to have the statistics for a Democratic Party convention. But that's not the point that they're trying to make here. The point they're trying to make is these are a group of people who are making claims about sexuality, and look at the behaviours that seem to be happening when these folk arrive in town. It suggests that there's a level of hypocrisy going on here, and you're hiding behind shame. So that was the route back into the idea of me saying that I'm not sure that Republicans are shameless. I think they might be hiding behind like an awful lot of acculturated behaviours.
I was thinking about the lying, though. I was thinking about the kind of just the blatant lying and having no shame about what's clear. So anyway, so
yeah.
I also don't want to point out our Republican, our MAGA listeners either.
Me either, because we're not here to judge.
You grind it out. You grind it out, boys. You grind it out.
Hey, do what you.
You do you.
You do you. And I think that should ultimately be the tagline of everybody. You do you, kiddo. Anyway, I think what emotion I feel the most. I do feel anxiety quite a bit. I think given that I led with how I'm cross about the idea that shame exists at all, gives an indication that I probably feel it quite a bit. I also have quite big bubbles of what I think of as untrammeled joy. And sometimes they just sort of surface and I can't quite contain them. And then I get very giddy and giggly and my arms and legs move and I wriggle. And I just feel very happy and joyful. That's nice. That happens quite a lot. And I can't always work out why. Oh,
you mean it comes like it comes out of nowhere? In the sense that it's not like you go, oh, I'm feeling that because of that.
Well, I mean, there's sometimes there's a very clear causal link. I remember not long ago I was on the train to work and it was a sunny day and I was going across the River Tamar, which is a beautiful stretch of the train journey, and I was just suddenly kicking my legs because it just was so beautiful, and I was so happy. I was so happy that I had eyes. I was so happy that I could see. I was so happy that the sun was out, and I was giddy, and it lasted for probably about 12 minutes. It was a long bubble of giddy, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do any work because I was just like, oh, I'm all fizzy and excited, and I just had to wait for the joy to gently recede. I think that's a weird combination, isn't it? Anxiety, shame, and joy.
I love your description of the joy, though, and it made me as you were listening, I was thinking, oh, I think, I don't know if it's an emotion, but something like, I think I would say cheeky. That
you feel cheeky,
yeah. That there's something about the kind of playfulness of being cheeky.
Yes,
and I love it. Like there's something. It happened last night. I went out and had just caught up with some friends, and I just had that feeling of being cheeky. And it's also kind of more pleasurable as I've got older because it seems to be inconsistent with someone of my, let's just say, ilk. Someone of my age. Yeah,
someone of your age, gender, social positioning, career. These are not things that we would assign as cheeky.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that cheeky little academic over there. That just doesn't, not a statement that people say very often.
Exactly, as opposed to arrogant little. So yeah, there's some, and I
look at that joy suck over there. Do you think they're an academic?
Yeah. So there's something about and I feel that a lot, that kind of playful and the kind of pleasure of teasing and being teased and being silly, I think cheeky is probably is the best sort of way to sum it up. And then if I were going negatives a little harder, I had a little moment the other day of quite sudden, I'll just call it sudden onset rage
Oh,
Like,
that's interesting.
totally inappropriately, in the sense
Yeah.
that what happened did not deserve that kind of reaction. The emotion seemed to be out of whack with what had happened. I find that scenario that's quite discombobulating, quite unnerving. Why am I having this? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, can I ask a rage question of you?
Go on.
Is this something that you have felt coming into your being more as you get older, or is that kind of that bubbly rage a sort of a base, not baseline as in you're always full of rage? I mean, as in it's something that you've experienced longitudinally. It's like, yeah, no, this is a constant.
Yeah, if it's such a good question, because I absolutely wholeheartedly want to say it's not something I recognize in myself. But I think that it's like basically almost like a tantrum. And I mean, in this particular case, I understood exactly why. I understood why, but it wasn't appropriate. But it was quite interesting. Going, wow, that's a strong reaction to that. What the hell is that about?
Yeah. Yeah.
So to answer your question, I think I recognize the feeling, and so that it's been. I mean, a constant's not quite the right word, because again, it's very rare. But it's a familiar thing. Has it got more common as I've got older? I don't think so. I think if anything, it's the opposite of that. Very rare for me to have that. And also it also happened when I was by myself. It was like I had the permission to do it.
So, last week, very busy week at work. This week, very busy week at work. Get a text message from my dad. Are you busy?
Yes.
Said, I'm in a meeting, Dad. I can call you at 10 o'clock. Is this urgent? And he said, no, it's not urgent, but I do need to talk to you. I'm like, okay. Then I responded, is this about Netflix?
This is all happening during the meeting?
Yeah.
On your computer or on your phone?
It was coming up on my computer, so I was able to look, and I was in the meeting on my computer, so thankfully I was at least able to look like I was being professional. And I sent the message.
It's not the same as being professional. Just to clear that up.
I know.
Okay.
No, I never claimed to be.
Yeah, no, good. Yeah, you're just performing professionalism.
I sent the message, is this about Netflix? Nothing. Silence. Radio silence. No response. So I'm in this meeting thinking to myself, okay, it's not urgent, but he needs to speak to me. And it's not about Netflix. And he doesn't want to respond. Shit, what's gone wrong? So it's not urgent. No one's dead, but they're in hospital. So this is what's happening in my head. So maybe another emotion that I'm feeling is panic an emotion. I don't know.
It does sound like it's an emotion, doesn't it?
It does sound like it. And I got to the end of the meeting and immediately excuse myself, we've got like a little phone booth that you can sort of stand in and have like online meetings, really handy little space. Hi Dad, what's wrong? Your mother can't get Peppa Pig off her screen.
The cartoon?
The cartoon. And I said, so this is about Netflix? And he said, yeah. And I said, so when I send you a text message, is this about Netflix? Is a very simple response. Yes or no. In future, you have to say yes, not just answer it in your head. Oh, yeah, I thought you would have known. It's like, ugh! You're an 85-year-old man sending me, I need to talk to you. It's important. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Your mum's had a fall.
But no, my mum couldn't get Peppa Pig off her...
I mean, very close, though. Very close. I think that maybe when the time comes and it's really serious, then you'll know from two ways. One, it will be very clear from the message, or two, that there won't be a message.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
oh, fucking hell, yeah.
I was starting to feel a little indignant then, because we were talking about my emotions, and then we sidetracked into talking about your dad. And I think indignance. I think I'm going to finish my threesome with indignant. I never thought I'd say that before. See ya.
Bye.